the name of the department and what they did to you.
Okay, the 7th District Chicago Police Department, Officer Renteria, badge number 19267, slammed my head and my hands in my own car door repeatedly for no reason. I wasn't arrested. No one with me was arrested. Um, I don't know if you want me to start
Well,
telling
let
you
me
the
let me
whole.
ask you a question. He slammed your head into a car door and then
No,
released.
he slammed my head between my hatchback and the where the door closes at.
Okay, okay,
He was trying to close the door, but he was trying to close my head in it too.
and it was intent. It was clearly intentional.
Definitely, he did it several times.
Okay,
His partner told him to do it because I wasn't moving fast enough getting my stuff out of my car.
what were the words that his partner used? What did he say?
Man, just slam his head the door. Just slam the door, close it,
And he did it.
and he did it. The black officer, I don't have his name, which is Officer Renteria's partner, is the one that told him to do it.
Okay, all right. Now walk me through what led up to the incident. How did you come in contact with the officer?
Um, what happened was I was coming out of a restaurant on 74th and Halsted, and I was about to enter my car from the passenger rear door because I have a minivan. So I was opening the door. I was going to take my some of the passengers. I was trying to get their orders right so I could go back to the restaurant. So as I was about to open my door, a blue and white police car, a marked car, pulled up behind my car. Now my license plates aren't visible because my car is new, and my temporary tag is placed in the window, and my window has tint on it. I have a mini '97 Plymouth Voyager in the minivan, so the windows are tinted. The rear windows are tinted. So the officer asked me where are my license plates. I told him they were in the window. So then he proceeded to flash his high beam light on my window, and then that's when he saw the plates, and they were expired. So he said, "Man, your plates expired." I said, "I know they expired. I just bought the car. I'm still paying on the car." So then he asked me for insurance. I didn't have insurance, but the thing was, with the light, first he asked me for my license. I said, I'm not driving the car. He said, well, who's driving the car? I told him my uncle was driving. His name is Kermit Mitchell. He asked me where my uncle was. I told him my uncle was in the restaurant. So he told me to go get my uncle out the restaurant. Now, man, you all the time, the car's parked, never been moved, nobody was ever in the driver's seat. So he told me to go in the restaurant and get my uncle. I go get my uncle. My uncle comes out. His license is expired. So there was another licensed driver in the vehicle, and the officer asked me, was there another licensed driver? I told him, yeah. So he went and got the other passenger out the car, Jonathan Turner. Showed him his license. Told him, okay, you going to drive. I'm going to give him tickets. Told everybody to get back in the car, including myself. So get in the car and wait for him to write the tickets out. So he proceeded to write the tickets. Then another marked unit pulled up. It was a Chevy Tahoe, blue and white, Chicago police. They pulled up next to the officers that were writing me the tickets. And they were talking for 2 or 3 minutes. Then they pulled, the Chevy Tahoe pulled in front of my truck. As, like I was going to pull off, like they were blocking my car off. But like I said, my car wasn't running. Nobody was in the driver's side ever. So they got out, all the officers got out the car, the squad car and the Chevy Tahoe truck. Told all the passengers in my vehicle to exit the vehicle. So then we asked them, what's the problem, why you're putting us out the car? That's when the officer, Renteria told me, no, not Renteria, his partner. I don't have his name. His partner told me that they were going to take my car. So I asked him, I said, why are you taking my car now? Officer. He told me because I was driving on suspended license, and I didn't have insurance, and I had expired tag. So my question to him was, how can I be driving on suspended license and I'm not even in the car? you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then he proceeded to tell me, well, ask Mayor Davis. That was his reply to my question. Ask Mayor Davis. So that's when I asked for a sergeant or a lieutenant. So the officers told me that they didn't have to get me a sergeant or a lieutenant. And I know they're supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they was telling me, look, man, get your stuff out of the car because we taking it. So my cousin, her name is Samantha, she proceeded to call 911 on the scene because she was in the car with us. So she called 911, telling 911 dispatch what was going on and that we needed somebody with some authority over these officers out here on location. So as I'm proceeding to get my stuff out the car, I'm trying to kind of take my time so maybe a sergeant or a lieutenant could come out. That's when Officer Renteria's partner told Renteria, you know what, this guy taking too long. Just close the door on him. So that's when he slammed the door on my hand. And then that's when my uncle, Kermit Mitchell, hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
That's when my uncle, Kermit Mitchell, proceeded to try to grab me. And when he was trying to grab me, and he told the officers, look, man, he just trying to get the stuff out the car. They grabbed him, slammed him into the car. Now, he's a senior citizen, 65 plus years of age. Slammed him into the car, slammed his head into the car, threw him down. Then that's when my cousin, she was on the phone with the 911 dispatcher while all of this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to grab my stuff out the car and trying to grab my uncle so they won't kill him out there. And then the officer grabbed me. Officer Renteria grabbed me and was trying to. I don't want to say he was trying to. He was trying to restrain me, trying to pull me away from the car. And I was still just trying to get my stuff out of the car again. And somehow he slammed my head twice between the hatchback and the door, trying to close the door. And so I'm still in the car, and that's when Officer Renteria just got my car, started it up, and drove off. I was still in the car.
He drove off with the car.
While I was in it.
And where did he take? How far did he go?
I don't know. He left. They left with my car. And then, so when I finally get my tickets and I'm looking at my tickets, it's not an officer name, it's not an officer badge number, it's not I can't read what my charges are, and then every ticket that I have, and it asks what kind of license plate I have, they all say none, like I didn't have any license plate. But you wrote me a ticket for driving on expired tags. Mm-hmm. Expired tags. Mm-hmm. But you said in your report that I didn't have any tags. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to locate my car now. I was trying to locate my car yesterday, and I had no luck at all because they didn't have any number, license plate number, VIN number written on the tickets or anything, right? Mm-hmm. So when I went to IPRA yesterday, the investigator, she helped me locate my car. It was under an account number, not under my license plate number or anything. So you see, it's like they were trying to lose my car, and it was just a bad deal.
Let me summarize what you just told me. Okay, you went to a restaurant with your uncle and the woman was your sister. Who was she?
My cousin.
Your cousin.
I was with my uncle, my cousin, two cousins, females. One is like 30, and her daughter is like 13.
Okay, I got it. So you guys go there. You go to the restaurant. You're going in to get food. You're parked for several minutes, and the police show up. They come to you, ask you a series of questions, determine that you don't have a license, and then become aggressive about the matter, and then the officer gets violent. Now, did you, after hitting you and hitting you with the car door and so on and banging your head, you're telling me they didn't arrest you or charge you with anything?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, after